the unexpected turn of video events just keeps on coming. So Facebook Marketplace came to the rescue once again, and we found, or in this case I found, a free machine. In that case, about a 20-minute drive. We're gonna go pick it up and see what is inside this wonderful beige box. I have absolutely no idea. None of the specifications were listed. It was just, come pick it up. And I was given the address, and so we just hopped in the vehicle real quick and whatnot. So impromptu intro aside, we're gonna go pick it up and see what we can find. Hopefully it's interesting enough. Also, good job, people. You didn't even bother to close your gas cap properly. Good job. Quick intermission for some grocery shopping before we actually get into the PC, because, you know, obviously, while we're out and about, might as well make the trip worth it. I mean, it was already kind of worth it, but, you know. Alrighty, peeps. Feast your eyes on this wonderful, dirty beige beauty. This is a Micron Client Pro PC of some kind. Probably from the very early 2000s, like it's got to be from 2001, maybe very early 2002, based on the fact that, you know, obviously it's got a design for Windows XP sticker on the front of it, but the license on the side is for Windows 2000. And it could have very well been ordered with 2000, well into 2002, maybe even as late as 03, I think. You could have still gotten this with 2000, which would have been a bit of a weird option, but I could see it. Especially for something that's, you know, obviously going to be used in a professional environment or something of that nature. So as you can see, it's definitely dirty, but nothing you can't clean up. It's all plastic on the exterior anyway. I would assume a metal chassis on the inside. In fact, actually, some of the back layout reminds me of an old Dell or maybe an old UMax. They all used like the same case or something of that nature. You'll see what I mean when we turn the system around, of course. But on the front, we have a definitely not original DVD-RW drive. It actually supports dual layer discs, so that's pretty interesting. It also has an ad to download the live update program from drvupdate.com to keep the best performance. Yeah, I'm sure I'll keep that in mind. It's got two USB ports on the front. I would assume 1.1, because this is probably predating Intel 845G. It's got a floppy drive. It's got power and hard drive lights, as well as a power button there. And there's our case badges for Intel Pentium 4 and designed for Microsoft Windows XP. But who knows if this thing's actually running XP or if it's got 2000 on it. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. It's got a void sticker on the top, so presumably this was owned by some company, organization, business, whatever the term you prefer to use. So definitely retired. Let's go ahead and flip this around here. It's got rubber feet on the front that are actually somehow still good after all these years. And this thing's almost going on 18 years old, if anything. That'd be my prediction. But here you can see the back, and you can see the thumb screw's got a bit of a vibe to those older Dells and maybe even a UMax system. Yeah, definitely it's a little uneven, so that's good. I'll have to replace the feet if I'm really interested in this. So as you can see here, we have model D845HV-ODY. So my guess is this is not 845G, and that makes sense because obviously based on the era of the system, it wouldn't have had the choice to use 845G because it didn't exist. We got an off-the-shelf power supply of some kind with a power switch. And I don't know much about this system and Micron PCs of this era, so do forgive me. This is probably something entirely new to me because I've owned a Millennia XKU from 1997 that had a Pentium 2 266 megahertz in it, but obviously that was from a different era of Micron. Like I said, 1997. That system is entirely different than this machine is, but anyways. So the motherboard is very basic, but nothing unexpected of the time period. As you can see, there's no onboard graphics, but it does have 4 USB ports. Onboard 100 megabit Ethernet would be my guess. Standard audio, PS2 keyboard and mouse up here as well. And this case fan looks delicious, especially with what we presume to be spider eggs, so that's nice. I should obviously open this outside just in case, but that's all right. Down here, we have our expansion cards. We have a VGA card of some kind. I would guess GeForce 2 MX is inside this system because that's what a lot of these PCs from the time period came with, especially if they were pre-built like this. There's another Ethernet card here for some reason. I don't know if that's gigabit. I would doubt that it's gigabit because this is probably on PCI, so it's probably another 100 megabit NIC, and a wireless card of some kind, also presumably on PCI. So, very interesting. I'm gonna have a lot of fun cleaning this thing up. It's very dirty, but given where this thing was located, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it is this dirty, and it was probably running continuously for many years. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and loosen this thumb screw here. There doesn't appear to be any other tabs that I have to push other than these two plastic tabs on the back here. So this should be fairly easy to get this thing open here. So it's probably going to require two hands. All right, let's crack into this thing with the old wide angle and see what happens here. Oh, that's some crusty stuff up on the top. Obviously, you guys can't see that, but looks delish. All right, well, there's a lot more going on in here than I was even expecting. First of which, the graphics card is not all the way seated in the AGP slot, so that's not a good sign. We're gonna have to fix that. But we do have two hard drives, obviously IDE, because, you know, obviously there's no SATA on a system this old. What's interesting, actually this has an off-the-shelf Intel motherboard in it, an Intel D845HV to be precise. And unfortunately, it looks like this sucker, aside from my Apple Watch causing feedback in the microphone, it's got capacitor play going on, or at least capacitors that were in the process of bulging. So that's no good, but given the era of this system, I am not surprised. It's got a Sparkle power supply in it. What's the rating on this thing, like 300 watts? Yeah, DC output 300 watts. Nothing too crazy, but fairly typical for the time period. It's also got a chassis intrusion switch down here, so that's something. Definitely full of spider webs, I will say that much. Oh, almost dropped the side panel, that would have been great. In fact, actually, speaking of side panels, move over here, and then I'll get you guys back on the standard lens, and we'll take a look in here, see what other kinds of goodies we can find. It's definitely full of RAM, so it's obviously taking PC 133. The system's old enough that that's the case. I don't know how much RAM is in this thing. Definitely not the original. As far as the hard drives go, I would guess this Seagate is the original. This was a later upgrade. And what else does this thing have going for it? There's, like I mentioned, a wireless card down there. Looks like some kind of Linksys wireless card of some kind. And then there looks to be the network card. Again, I would assume 100 megabit because it's on PCI. There'd be no purpose for using a gigabit NIC on a bus this slow. And then the graphics card, I'm gonna have to reseat, but while I'm at it, I might as well, how do we open this expansion card bracket thing? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Is it just with these tabs here, or is it something behind here? I have no idea. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. You just pop this metal tab out of the back here. Yeah, since it's already loose, might as well. Oh my god, this thing is gross. Huh. Your guess is as good as mine as to what this is. I have no idea. 3D Force B16. So it's a 16 megabyte display adapter of some kind. Other than that, like, is it NVIDIA? I have no idea because there's nothing obviously showing other than this thing on the back. So obviously OEM card is not going to say too much. So we're going to have to look at it further once we boot this thing up, assuming that it even works given the capacitor situation, which actually I'll show you guys the capacitors. They all have basically bloated tops on them, which again doesn't surprise me given the era of this computer. It was only a matter of time, and I don't really think it's going to be worth restoring something as old as this with fresh capacitors, unless it's absurdly and weirdly valuable. Then maybe I'll consider it, because, you know, obviously it's a lot of work to replace capacitors. It's not necessarily about the money, it's just the effort and the time it takes to do it. It takes a lot of work. So I don't know, I guess if this thing still boots, then that'll be a miracle. But either way, so let's get this graphics card. I'll have to set you guys down real quick so I can do this. Get this graphics card seated back in the AGP slot the rest of the way, close this bracket up, and then I'm feeling a little nervous about this given those capacitors. Shall we fire this thing up? I think we should. See if it even does anything, see if it even fires up. I have my doubts, but you know what? I believe in it. Let's get this thing hooked up. Okay, excuse the mess, because, you know, I'm working on 1,000 different things at once because it's the weekend and I finally have time to do stuff, so forgive me. Anyways, I don't think I've ever been this nervous to power something on in quite a while, so I guess here goes everything. Smoke test. Auto power on. Frick, I forgot to switch my monitor to VGA. Crap. It's making sounds of booting? No way! It works! Holy crap! 640 megabytes of RAM. 1.5 gigahertz Pentium 4. Bro, that actually came brand new with 128 megs of RAM, and I can believe that. Dude, that had to have been awful if this was running XP. But it had to have came running 2000. There would have been no way it would have ran on 128 megs of RAM comfortably. This sounds something like Dell would use. Well, let's go through the BIOS setup real quick. This is an old Intel motherboard. So, yeah, legacy USB support. Obviously, this doesn't have USB 2, I don't believe. It does see both hard drives. It looks like one's an 80 gig, and the other one, I would predict, yeah, 20 gig. All right. I assume the 20 gig is original. It's got a floppy drive in it, woo. It's got space in the event log, cool, that's awesome. AGP aperture size, I have no idea what graphics card this actually has in it. Okay, no passwords for booting, that's good. And I think that's everything, so why don't you say we fire this thing up into its operating system if it even has one. That case fan right there is running at full blast, so yeah, that's a thing. Oh, there was a BIOS and I didn't see it because it flashed so quickly. Dang it. Wish I got to see that. It's okay. Forgot to set the date and time like a smart person. I should probably do that. And I'll get back to you. Okay, date and time is set. Let's see if I can see that BIOS. NVIDIA Vanta VGA BIOS. So this thing is definitely older than I was expecting it to be. Nice OEM logo there. Oh, it was upgraded to Windows XP. Okay. I mean, that makes sense because Pentium 4. What is it running? Well, it's at least Service Pack 2. It's got the newer boot screen. So at least that much I know. See how long it takes to boot up. Shouldn't be that bad. It's got 640 megabytes of RAM in it. Definitely more than the 128 it came with new, presumably. Oh, we got a cursor. Okay, we have a user account. Is it password protected? I don't know because I don't have a mouse. Well, for one thing, it's not even turned on. But secondly, I don't have a mouse. So that's another good thing. So I'm going to have to wait for this to install the driver for my keyboard and mouse if I'm even lucky enough to get that much. So I'm going to have to go dig out some PS2 peripherals to get this thing logged in if I can even do that much. So I'll be right back regardless of whatever, I guess, happens. Something tells me this is not password protected. It's not password protected. Okay, I'm going to move the camera out of the way. Oh no, what is this? Oh no. Oh. Okay, well at least Windows Genuine Advantage, that's whatever. Probably running Windows Update on this thing and they obviously didn't do much. But Norton Antivirus something. Office 2003, Windows 98 boot disk. What else is on this thing? Combo fix. So somebody was definitely having to do something with this PC. It's got an old version of Yahoo Messenger. Holy crap. That's how you know this thing's old. But regardless, I don't think I'd even keep this installed even if it was the original, because from what I'm looking at, WGA Watchdog has detected that WGA was just installed on your computer. WGA might invalidate your copy of Windows XP. Why is that on here? That's weird. Removes Microsoft WGA annoying thingy from the system tray and the delay timer from the logon screen. This is the something or another. Whoa.
WGA is dead.
Okay, I guess I gotta reboot. No, I'm not gonna do that right now. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna do that. I just booted this damn thing up. Something tells me this got some viruses on the hard drive. Holy crap, that's a big start menu. All right, let's get into my computer properties here. All right, Windows XP Professional Service Pack 2, registered to this person, Pentium 4, 1.5 gigahertz, and 640 megabytes of RAM. Let's go ahead and head into Device Manager here, and let's see. God, would you shut up? Holy crap, that is going to get on my nerves. Stop annoying me about WGA. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, both NICs are 100 megabit. For some reason, the onboard Intel one is disabled. I don't know what that's all about. Get the flip out of here. Yeah, it's a genuine version of Windows. I don't know why you're complaining about it. Like, get out of my face. Anyways. NVIDIA Vanta LT, 16 meg. All right. Standard ATA controller, I guess. That's fine. Sees both hard drives. Doesn't have a driver for the wireless card, so it's just sitting in there doing nothing. So that's good. Yeah, I have no idea. I doubt this has USB 2. Yeah, Intel 82845. So there's no USB 2 on this thing, and that doesn't surprise me at all. Oh, I love when they disable the address bar. Can you stop doing that, people? Because you kind of need that if you're, inside the Windows Explorer. You kind of need that. All right. Well, I'm going to point the camera away because I'm going to look inside that second hard drive. Oh, there's a bunch of program file folders in here. And wow, there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen in quite a while. I think it's probably safe we can show at least some of this because it's in this like list view with no previews. I'll have to go through this stuff carefully, obviously, but yeah. Vista Scan. It's blank. That's good. Microsoft Office. It's like Office 2003. I question the legitimacy, but whatever. iTunes is completely blank. I have to even check inside the start menu to see what else is on this thing. Blank folder for Power Tools for Windows XP. Whatever this was supposed to be for. Norton 360 of some kind. Oh, yeah, someone was definitely into pirating some television shows, you can tell. That's definitely legitimate. It's got Abby Fine Reader of some kind. Nice. AdAware 6 Pro plus crack. Why would you even bother pirating an antivirus? That makes no sense. Photos album, power DVD, registry mechanic. Oh, this thing is full of a bunch of... Wow. That's just something. Messenger. Wow. It still has Windows Media Player 9 on it. Holy crap. Wow, I haven't even heard that sound in a while. Yep, that was the old MSN Messenger sounds. Sure, some people might get a kick out of that. What else is on this hard drive? Documents and settings. We got a NIC folder. Oh, there's a pirated movie. Hey, how about that? Better back that up, Definitely. Some kind of OpenGL drivers, I guess. Skins. What are these for? Are these like themes? Or I'm not sure what those go to. QuickTime. Oh, it does have a copy of QuickTime Player installed. ULEAD Photo Explorer 7.0 SE updates. Smith Micro application updater. I don't know if there's any Smith Micro programs on this thing other than maybe the ULEAD video thing. I don't know if that's made by Smith Micro. Got a system folder with nothing in it really. Another Symantec folder. Yeah, just a bunch of random things on this hard drive. I guess they just added it because they ran out of space, which I guess that makes sense. Looks like there's some shortcuts for a bunch of programs. DLL files just kind of loosely tossed in here. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. Not gonna lie. There's a few different photos on here taken with a Kodak camera. Yeah, wonderful. So, bottom line, and I'm going to say this again because I feel like I have to keep repeating this ritual. Please, people, if you're getting rid of a computer, at the very least, take your hard drives out, please. Or if you have more technical knowledge, please erase your hard drives. Because this is the kind of stuff that if left to the wrong hands, imagine if I didn't go and get this computer. Imagine who could have gotten this and what they could have done with your data because you didn't think to erase your hard drives. It's just You need to do this, people, because data security these days is really a big deal. More a big deal these days than it was, I'm sure, but especially nowadays. So you got to be careful with these sorts of things. That's just kind of my PSA, and I'm going to keep saying that as many times as I absolutely need to, because it's true. There's like more photos in here from like 2006. There's some kind of RTF thing in here. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Wow, what is this? See, imagine the kind... I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I do have a little bit of fun poking around at some old data. But, like, that wasn't even really worth looking at anyway. Well, that was something. I guess now we'll start doing some more digging around on the all programs. I'll do the other stuff off camera. Oh, yeah. You can definitely tell they were having fun torrenting stuff. Wonder what's left over in this program. Reba McEntire, Keep On Loving You, some kind of pirated song. Anybody remembers that site? I never used it, but clearly they were looking to download a album of music, 70 megabytes, so that's about the size of a full album. And yeah, this is an old version of MicroTorrent, version 2.0. When was that made? 2010. Wow. I think you could even use a patched version of this, or maybe even just, you know, use a different version, like I think 2.0 point something with kernel X on Windows 98 and ME. So that just goes to show how old this program is. I'm not going to keep it open because I don't need to keep it open. What other garbage is in here? Oh, there's a couple different games. We got we got a Roller Coaster Tycoon shortcut, or what was supposed to be a Roller Coaster Tycoon shortcut. Registry Mechanic, Delicious, that's blank. I wonder what version of Norton this has on it, if it even works. That'd be an entertaining laugh for 2 seconds. It doesn't appear to be doing anything, so that's even better. Probably a lot of broken stuff in this, because that's probably why they have more than one antivirus. You got Google Earth. I can't imagine that ran great on this graphics card, especially the Google updater there. What's this? Mac Store Manager. Oh, they must have had an external hard drive connected via USB or something. There was a Mac Store drive. There's that Office install, Xvid, Windows Live. Oh my god. Windows Live Messenger. Here, let's go see if they have an old stored logon on this thing. It doesn't work anymore, obviously, but like... Oh yeah, sure enough, yeah. There's an old logon for Windows Live Messenger, and of course they saved their email address. They didn't save their password. Actually, there's a couple of different accounts on here, but obviously I'm not going to go signing on to someone's random Windows Live Messenger account, because that's awfully rude, and again, for that matter, the service is dead because it's been shut down for many years in favor of Skype. So for obvious reasons, of course, I'm not going to show that on camera. So okay, there's that photo to album, there's QuickTime, some Kodak stuff. They had an Easy Share camera with a dock on it. Nero 7 Ultimate Edition, I'm sure that was legitimate. Rosetta Stone, I'm sure that was also legitimate. I'm sure a lot of the things on this computer are legitimate. Yeah, everything in here is just basically generic Windows, so whatever. Alright. Let's go see if there's anything stored on the Firefox install. It looks like the older icon, like, God, 3.6 maybe? I don't even know how old it is. I guess we'll find out, see if there's anything stored on here. Oh, who misses the days when Firefox used to take flipping ages to open? Oh, it's even... No, this is 3 point something. 3.x. The Zynga toolbar. Who remembers Zynga? They're still around, I think. Be back soon. We're temporarily down due to connection issues. Yeah. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost as if there's nothing connected. What version of Firefox even is this? Oh, yeah. 3.6.15. Who remembers Firefox 3.6? I remember that from way back in the day, because I remember that was the current version, and we were all still using these old versions of Firefox. Browse into the future. Try the new Firefox 4 beta. Wow, what a throwback is that? Because I remember when Firefox 4 actually came out, and it had that updated UI and everything. I absolutely remember that. I do. I bet you this has like Internet Explorer 7. Yep, that is definitely Internet Explorer 7. It's got the interface that looks exactly like it. So I guarantee if I open up the menu bar and Yep, called that one. Absolutely called that one. Well, it's time to go see what other goodies are on here. You got a QuickTime installer. We got some kind of stuff. We got a bunch of text files. What is this? Oh, Kingdom Hearts with an apostrophe in there. This FAQ is only allowed to be hosted on GameFAQs, NeoSeeker, Super Cheats, and IGN. Sites banned from using this: Game Cheats World and Cheat CC. What? This must have been like some old... Wow. Wow. The first day.
The game will start you with Roxas as he goes out with his friend. Throughout the day, you will learn the basics of the game, such as fighting people and learning what the bars are. Roxas and friends have been getting blamed for stealing photos, and now they are trying to clear their names.
What is this? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, there's a lot of other good stuff on here, I'm sure. I'll point the camera away again for pictures, because I'm sure... Oh, yeah. Yep. There's some pictures on this thing, all right. I'm going to just not show that stuff. Oh, hey, how's it going, Chris? So, dude. Oh, yeah, there's definitely some music on here, too. I'm not going to play it because, you know, copyright.
Yeah, the last thing I need.
That's the last thing I need is
a strike, or a strike.
No, it'd probably be a claim more than anything. Oh, real player. Oh! Oh! Naruto Shippuden. Jeez. Oh, man.
That's a meme.
That's a meme. Time for some copyright. Oh. Bump. Files corrupt.
Nice.
Yay. That's my favorite. Well, we tried. I wonder if the it was under this My Downloads folder over here. I wonder if any of these actually work. I'm not going to obviously show these, but you know, I gotta try them off camera. Alright, there is your 2 seconds of view, because I don't really feel like getting copyrighted by what is that, CBS?
Yeah.
Don't want to get copyright strike by CBS, because that's definitely legal. There's also some other things in here that are good. I might as well show this to you, Chris. They got microtorrent, and they're trying to download music with it, and then
didn't know how to do it right. So.
Oh, we got registry mechanic up here, and you got express vids, which is an empty folder, unfortunately. We got not only AdAware, but you also have Norton up here, which doesn't work. I got QuickTime there, Google Earth, because I'm sure that ran well. Actually, I wonder, I don't think it's going to work, but I could try opening it in OpenGL mode, but I don't think it's going to work on a GPU this old. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Oh, that's an old version. Look at that splash screen. Ooh. This has to be like pre-2010 or something like that. Google Earth cannot contact the authentication server. Really? It's almost as if it's not connected to the internet. No. Please complete the login window first if shown in front. You're starting Google Earth in OpenGL software emulation mode, which will work, runs more slowly. Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please start Google Earth again in DirectX mode. Okay, that's fine. It'll be fine. DirectX 9, yeah, because this is XP. You can't do any newer than that. I doubt there's any, like, cached data on this thing as far as Google Earth is concerned. Yeah. Oh my god, there actually is... Oh! It's working! Oh my god. Wow. It's actually from... Well, the data is from 2009. Wow, that's some detail. Yeah, I get it. You're not connected to the internet. Shut up. Hang on. Let's go to Whistler, British Columbia. Oh, you can't do it because there's a network error. Dang it, there's no stored data. Just, yeah. Well, I tried. Google Earth 4.3.7284 beta. Build date of July 8th, 2008. Now, that's definitely old. Windows XP Service Pack 2. Obviously, this isn't the plus version. It's just the free version. Well, that was fun and a half. trying to sift through all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this system. Just because, obviously, I don't want to show any more of the personal data that's on this thing's hard drive. Well, rather, 2 hard drives. Is there anything in the DVD drive? No, nothing in the DVD drive. That doesn't surprise me, though. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this machine. Don't know if I'm going to actually keep it because, you know, it's a 1.5 gigahertz Pentium 4. It's definitely good for parts, though. Maybe you could make a sleeper out of the chassis because it looks like everything's off the shelf and standard componentry, which is actually really good because this would mean that I could strip everything out of this case and rebuild something into it and make the ultimate sleeper rig. So I don't know, maybe I'll think about that in the future. Let me know what you all think about that in the comments below. But with that having been said, I'm going to get out of here. So if you like what you saw, you know what to press, you know, up or down if you like the video or dislike the video. Yes, ratings do help. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content just like this one. Don't forget to also click the bell while you're at it so you don't miss when I upload new videos. And with that having been said, thank you all very much for coming to watch, and I'll catch you all in the next video.